Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live lesson. It's great to see you here. Today, we're talking about AI, artificial intelligence, and all of that vocabulary, listening, fun games, lots of stuff. Before we do that, here's a little bit of this. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's so nice to see you here today. We're at the 2nd of May, and so we're coming into spring. The sun is shining, which is lovely. And it's wonderful to see all of you here today. So today's lesson. Now then, I was not going to mention this, but I thought I'd better mention it so you understand my attitude today. So very briefly, last week I was in the UK. My father died and we had the funeral last week, and it was a very sad time. But speaking to family and friends, we realized, or I realized, that my father would have wanted me to be happy as well as sad, to have the laughter and the tears. One of the great gifts I got from my father was his sense of humor. And so I wanted to explain that, because I've tried today, I will try to make the class entertaining and funny as well as learning. And I just wanted you to understand that attitude and where I'm coming from. You know, life is it's so precious, right? It can be taken at any moment. And so I think it's important we enjoy it, that yes, we grieve, but that we enjoy life as well. So that's enough from me. So today's topic, let me tell you what today's topic is a little bit. It's artificial intelligence, AI. We are going to be talking about different aspects of AI. As you can see in the picture, I've been using it to generate an AI generated Keith. More of that later, and some other AI touches to today's class. Oh yes, also a big thank you for many of you who have given me your messages of condolences. Thank you so much. And there I can see also here today. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Now, to get started today, I've got a little song to begin. This is a quick change, and this song, well, you can tell me what you think about this song, but it's to help us get going today. Tell me what you think. Go get your tea, go get your coffee. It's time to join the Keith Speaking Academy. It's time for a live lesson. Fun games and idioms. Go get your tea, go get your coffee. It's time to join the Keith Speaking Academy. It's time for a live lesson. Fun games and idioms. Go get your tea. Go get your tea. Go get your coffee. It's time to join the Keith Speaking Academy. It's time for a live lesson. Fun games and idioms. Go get your tea, go get your coffee. It's time to join the Keith Speaking Academy. It's time for a live lesson. Fun games and idioms. And it goes on and on and on. It's great. So that was a song created by AI, not by me. I wrote the lyrics and then AI created the music. Interesting, right? What an interesting way to start the class. Omid says it's so energizing. Negi says very catchy. It is very catchy, yes. Feeling energetic, change in energy, exactly with that song. I don't sing it, no. I wrote the lyrics. Actually, I tried to use ChatGPT to write the lyrics, but they were rubbish. So I wrote my own, and then I used a software to create the song. A pop jingle for Keith. Yes, go get your tea, go get your coffee. It's time to join the Keith Speaking Academy. Yes, very, very interesting, right? Very strange. So there we have it. I in the week I got a very, very nice message, and I wanted to share this message with you. And this was a message from Fania, and Fania. Well, let me put this in here. Fania was on the gold course. She says, I'm writing to thank you for your outstanding online courses and your constant inspiration. Today, I got my IELTS results. Speaking part stood out. I guess this achievement is mostly attributed to you. In the past year, I have learned all your live lessons, including free live lessons and IELTS topics. Striking a balance between work and life is always a headache for me. On the one hand, I had to keep my nose to the grindstone, but I also needed to take care of my family. I still remember numerous times I was on the verge of breakdown, but your lessons rose my spirits. My hard work finally paid off. Thank you for your exceptionally encouraging lessons. Your courses are definitely second to none. Wish you and your family good health and happiness, Fenia. And Fenia, I spoke to Fenia, and it was a very, very, very nice message, and so encouraging and motivating for me to see that. And I was so pleased for her to get the result that she needed to go on and take her next steps around study, which is great. So thank you so much for sharing that message. It's very, very encouraging for me and really, really nice. Great. So let's see what, just to let you know, right, if you want to, I don't know where you're watching me, but if you're on YouTube, you can see me. I'm also on Facebook at the Keith Speaking Academy. I'm on Instagram at Keith_Speaking_Academy. I'm not very active on Instagram, but more active on Facebook and YouTube, obviously, as you know. And the website, the Keith Speaking Academy, which is there as well. And if you, well, the website, the Keith Speaking Academy. So if you've not been there, I do recommend you go and check it out. You can go and see there all the stuff on the website. Let me show you. By the way, if you're on YouTube, subscribe and do indicate those notifications. You can see them. Let me show you the website if I can. Can I show you the website? No, that's not the website. It's fun and games on the Keith Speaking Academy. Here's the website. Here on the website, you can get free live lessons. So all of the past live lessons are here. You can download the PDF. So we do on the first Thursday of every month at 10 a.m. There's a free live lesson. You can download all the past topics here. Just click on the link. You get the PDF or go straight to the lesson. There's lots of different topics that you can find here. If you want to find out about IELTS speaking, the evaluation, the topics, part 1, 2, and 3, it's all on the website. You can check out the online courses. If you want to take your level even higher, there's the gold course. We've got an idioms course, which is on offer at the moment, and the fluent grammar course, which will help you with your spoken grammar in particular. So it's all there on the website. You can go and check it out in your own time. Great. Let me see what you guys are up to. Let me see. Come and welcome you guys in. Marina, hello from Italy. Nice to see you. Mengs, good morning. Nice to see you here. Nadia, hi. Lovely to see you here. Mahbub as well. Lovely to see you here. And all the way from Uzbekistan with the flags. Nice to see you. Mohammed, lovely to see you here. My word, you have been following me for so long, right? Many, many years. And listen, bar 9 in IELTS speaking. Fantastic. Very, very happy for you. That's excellent. Lovely. We've got Elvira says hard work always pays off. Very, very true. Yes. And Christine, you're on YouTube now. Well done. The world is developing. Great. Hello here as well. Great. Lovely. Please share the Instagram. It's Keith_Speaking_Academy. And we've got Ziyada as well from Karakal, Pakistan. Lovely. So, welcome all of you. Nice to see you. As I mentioned, today's topic, right, is AI. If you're new to the live lesson, I'm just going to explain what we'll do today. It'll be about an hour and a half, up to 2 hours sometimes. It's a bit long, so get your tea, get your coffee, and get ready to join the Key Speaking Academy. I'll just go through what the activities we're going to do today. And you can also obviously join in and kind of participate with me. So artificial intelligence is the topic. I am real by the way. I'm not a deep fake. We're going to look at vocabulary first. We'll identify some keywords and phrases that you need for this. And also, in addition to vocabulary, I do want to have a look at idioms. A bit like this one. I wonder what this idiom is. Well, we're going to be finding out very, very shortly different idioms connected to AI. Then we'll be doing a listening activity to improve your listening skills. This one is a kind of dictation, but a little bit different. So make sure that you are all ears and ready to listen like Leonardo is. After that, I've decided to introduce some jokes. I often do jokes in the gold live lessons. So I've got a couple of jokes today. Happiness and tears, right? Combining them both. I hope you like the jokes. And we've got, a discussion around AI and ethics. Basically, ethics means if something is good or bad. What is it, good or bad? The ethics of something. So is AI good or bad? I mean, morally good or bad. So we'll be looking at that. And then we'll finish up, as always, with a Kahoot, which is a fun game for us to review the vocabulary and see who is the fastest person in the West, the fastest person out there. So that's it. We're going to do that first of all. I'm just going to check in with you and see how you're doing. Nice to meet you. Lovely. I love Pakistan. Great. Lovely. I'm glad you like Pakistan. Hello from Dagestan as well. And we've got Too Fast TV. Interesting name, from Vietnam. Bella Khoi, nice to see you. And Thekra, miss so much. Yeah, I do apologize. Last month, I couldn't do the lesson for obvious reasons, right? I guess. So thankful to you. Great. Lovely. Oh, that's very nice, Mr. Bodka. Thank you so much. That's lovely. Let's kick off then with what? With vocabulary. Gosh, I'm looking at this thinking, how do I do this? Well, before vocabulary, let's do a very, very quick warm-up. Can we do a quick warm-up? Yeah, here's a quick warm-up. It's about IA in everyday life. Where can you see AI in your everyday life? Where can you see AI in your everyday life? If you just tap your answer in the chat below, and I'm going to share this with you coming up right now. These are your answers. Hello, I'm eating dinner. Let me see. The question is, where can you see AI in your everyday life? Right. Some of these, it's going to take a moment before we get to the latest comments. Good morning from Vietnam. From Yemen. Lovely. Great. Oh, it's stopping already. Don't stop. It's like Tetrix. Hi from Canada. I'm an Egyptian man, but I love English so much. Great. In my English dictionary app, okay. Design coding. That's great. Yes. Scan QR, good. Social media, absolutely. Academy research, very interesting. Yes. In our mobile. Siri, absolutely. I think it's omnipresent in today's world. Social media, smart home, smart watch. Teaching. I still cannot see AI in my everyday life. That's interesting. Google search, social media. Working environment. Mobile phone, yes, mobile phones, computers, restaurant service, yes, servers, excuse me, yes. I'm a PH student, says Samja, so I see it in academia. Where else? Movies, interesting. Websites, videos, scan our products on the shopping areas. Absolutely, yes. I usually use Chat GPT, says Kibar. Right, good. And Manu says all household gadgets. Roya says scientific research. Grammarly is AI. Chat GPT, absolutely, yes. Facial recognition, eyes, construction industry, yeah, all of these, right? Self-service kiosk in the shops. Facial recognition, scan my face when I enter some buildings. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, combining both of those, when you scan your mobile phone to get into your banking app, facial recognition, it's there as well. So facial recognition, mobile phones, social media, all over the place, right? Lots of different places. Restaurants, the robots in restaurants. In the cinema. Oh, I guess in the films, right? Yes. Alexa, Siri, all of those. Absolutely. All of those are different kinds of AI. Fascinating. Really, really nice. Good. Okay. Excellent. I'm going to just stop that for the moment. Thank you very much. Good. Now, some of the things that I added here, over here. Searching the internet, absolutely. We can see AI. It's interesting. If you're searching for something in AI, everybody gets a different answer depending on the AI. Creating content, images. So like the images I showed you at the beginning, creating stories. Sometimes I use AI for that. Videos, you can now do deep fakes with AI. Getting help. So you mentioned Alexa, Siri, chatbots as well. Algorithms is another big one. Things like Netflix, Spotify, when they're recommending these recommendation services. Language translation, personalization generally, whether it's social media, online shopping. But you talked about scanning in shops, right? Scan codes as well. Self-driving cars, that's the other big one, right? With cars. Route optimization, Google Maps telling you the best route to take. So there's actually lots and lots of areas where AI is popping up in our lives, right? Okay, very, very interesting. Now, with AI, I'm going to share with you, before we begin, I'm going to share with you some tips on how to use AI to learn English. Okay. Now, I wanted to share this because I use AI to practice French and to learn French. I'm actually brushing up on my French lately. And I found ChatGPT in particular to be extremely helpful. And so some of you may be using it, but if you're not, I'm just going to share a couple of ideas that may spark an idea for you or motivate you to use it. Now, some teachers don't like ChatGPT. They think it's cheating, too easy. I disagree. I think it's fantastic. I think it makes your learning interesting. It gives you independence as a learner. It makes you proactive. Yes, you have to be careful that not everything is correct. But if 90% is correct, for me, that's good enough. It's great to practice. And I think we should be using it more. So let me share with you a couple of ideas, right? Tips on how to use it. This is, I'm thinking in particular of Chat GPT, but there are others. There's Claude is another. There's lots of new similar things popping up, right? It's basically a search bot. Simple things you can do. Ask for essential vocabulary. You can ask an IELTS question. You can ask for ideas. All of these are gonna help you. Gonna help. They're going to help you. Essential vocabulary. So I do this, right, when I'm doing my French class. Every week I go to a French class. So before I go to the French class, I go to ChatGPT and say, can you give me 10 essential words for this topic? Okay. Let me show you. For example, right, let's go into ChatGPT. And if I go here and ask it, let me ask it, I'll see if it can record me. Can you give me 10 essential vocabulary items? Oh, it thinks I'm talking French. Wait a minute. C'est pas le français, c'est l'anglais. Let me try again. Can you give me 10 essential vocabulary items, including words and idioms or collocations, on the topic of cooking? Right? For example. And then it's going to give me... And what's great about this is it will give you definitions as well. And you can ask for examples. Simmer, whisk, sauté, al dente, mise en place. This is not English. It is English, but it's borrowed from other languages, right? Well, fold in, brace. So, interesting vocabulary. This is quite detailed. But, you know, you can go in and say...
Sure, here are 10 essential vocabulary.
You can change the level. Maybe if that's too difficult... That's great, but can you give me words appropriate for a B1 level of English? So here I can maybe make it a little bit easier because that looked a bit difficult for me. Never be satisfied. The great thing about ChatGPT, it never gets tired. You can tell it to do it again and again and again and change it, and it never gets tired, right? This is more like it, right? Bake, boil.
Absolutely. Here's a list of cooking-related vocabulary items that are suitable for a B1 level of English, including simpler terms and phrases.
So I've set it to talk to me. Bake, boil, chop, fry. Excellent. And I can go on. I can say, can you give me an example for each one? Because, of course, vocabulary is good, understanding the meaning is good, but getting an example in context is so important, right? And it will do it. Bake, we're going to bake a chocolate cake for her birthday party. Please boil a pot of water. Can you chop these onions? And so you can take this and practice it, and I practice it before my lesson. And it's great, right? So that's a very, 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 very simple thing you can do. You can ask for essential vocabulary. You can ask an IELTS question. Now, when you're asking an IELTS question, well, let's try this, right? Let me go in and ask it an IELTS question. What can I ask it? What are the advantages of playing video games? Now, notice the answer here. What are the advantages of playing video games? Now, you can see what it's doing, right? It's not giving an IELTS answer. It's giving a detailed answer with lots of information. Cognitive benefits, skill development, emotional benefits. So this is good ideas, but not ideal for an IELTS student. Okay. Well, it's giving lots of information. Too much information. Okay, but interesting. Thank you. Lots of information. Now, and this brings me to my next point. The prompt, what you type in, is so important. And I suggest you use the raft prompt, right? Use the raft prompt. Now, the raft prompt is role who you are, say who you are, action, what you're trying to do, the format you want, so the tone, the style, and the target, who this is for, if it's not for you, right? You might not need that. You might not need it. But role, action, format will give you a much, much better answer. So instead of just putting the question in, you can say, I'm a student, I'm an adult student preparing for IELTS speaking. I want you to give me a model answer for this question, and it must be in natural spoken English, right? Let's try that and let's see what different answer you're going to get. I am an adult student preparing for the IELTS speaking test. At the moment, I have a band 6 level of English. I want you to give me a model answer for the following question. And also, can you make sure the answer is in spoken, natural, conversational English? The question is, what are the advantages of playing video games? Now let's look at the different answer it now gives me. It gives me a totally different answer because it knows that I'm a student, it knows my level, and this is what I get. Now maybe I could have specified if it was a part 1 question or a part 3 question.
Certainly. Here's a model answer for the IELTS speaking test, structured at a band 6 level of English.
So this is at a band 6 level. Well, playing video games actually has quite a few benefits, which I think are pretty cool. First off, they're really good for improving your problem-solving skills. Like when you're playing a game, you often have to think quickly and make decisions on the spot, which can really sharpen your mind. Now that's great. I mean, this is really, really good, right? This is absolutely brilliant. The most important thing is don't memorize the answer, because then you will sound like a robot and you'll get a band 4. Look at the key collocations, the key vocabulary, some of the grammar, and learn that, and then make your own answer. But the vocabulary here is so rich, right? And it's full of interesting ideas. It's natural spoken English. Boom, you're there. So use the raft prompt. You roll the action and the format, you'll get a much, much better answer. Okay, that's it. Those are my tips for using AI. So, let me see. So this is a free AI model via GPT-4. So actually, you can do this on the free model, which is the ChatGPT 3. I've got the paid for model because I use it in my work and it has some extra benefits, but you can do this on the free one as well. Yes. Before asking for help, we should give it more detail. Yes, you must give it more detail and you get a better answer. Very, very important. Hence the raft prompt. I think that's really, really important. Exactly, Nazanin. Very, very good. Exactly. Is ChatGPT able to suggest some links in the case I ask for having some videos? Yes, they will also give you links if you want. Yes, very, very true. Key chunks, very nice, rich vocabulary, Christine. Absolutely. So you can use that to help you develop your level overall. Okay. Marilis, thanks. It's very helpful. Good, good. I hope so. It's all about AI today, so some interesting ideas. Irene says, I use the free one. Great. Yes, there is a free one and it's great. You can also use Google Gemini, which is the same thing. I think Google Gemini, for me, is not quite as good. And I think one of the best ones is Claude. But ChatGPT is fantastic. Okay. Okay, good. That's that. So let me just move away from that and let's move on to our next bit. So where are we? Let me come back to where we are. Artificial intelligence. We've just had a bit of a warm up, some tips on how you can use it. Let's look next at vocabulary. Vocabulary. Got it. So let me bring in something over here. Where are we? Vocabulary. Vocabulary. I'm lost. Here we are. Artificial intelligence. So we're going to look at vocabulary here next. Artificial intelligence is the key word. What I've done is I've marked the stress the word stress in a different color. So it's artificial. Notice the sh. Although it looks like a s, you can see here it's a sh sound. And it's a r, artificial. When you practice this, I suggest, that what you do when you practice, slow down. Artificial. 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 The stress is on the R. Artificial. Intelligence. Can you see that? The intelligence. The T. Intelligence. Artificial intelligence. And then speed up. Artificial intelligence. Good. And you'll feel the rhythm. Artificial intelligence. D, 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 D. Artificial intelligence. That's it. Slow down, speed up, and practice. Artificial intelligence. This is, from the dictionary, it's the simulation of human intelligence by machines. So it's getting human intelligence, but not from humans, but from a machine. For example, artificial intelligence can help us. Well, for example, what? Can you give me an ending to this sentence? What would you say? Artificial intelligence can help us. What do you say? Give me some answer and we can have a look. More questions? Yes. Is ChatGPT for? Yes, it can be to some extent. Yes, it can be. Yes. Is that useful for IELTS? Yes. Yes. Make the prompt clear in ChatGPT, but yes, you can. How can I operate this? I think go back and watch the recording of the video. You'll see how to do it, I'm sure. Let's see. Artificial can help us. Let's see. Have a better life. Yeah. Paulia, very, very good. I'm going to help you just a little bit here. Because I'm going to help you put in the have a better life, right? Working, good, yes. Learn new languages, very good, Faith, yes. Can help us developing knowledge, can help us develop knowledge, can help us developing knowledge, both developing or develop. You can have infinitive or gerund here, right? Connect together, yes. Do homework, yep. Saya, let me also just help you a bit because homework is one of those strange words. It's not countable. It's uncountable. So you cannot say homeworks. You have to say homework. Generally, it's not countable, right? In research, can help us in research, Saima. Very good. Absolutely. It can help us chat when we're alone. That's true, actually. Yes. Anarita says artificial intelligence can help us to reduce time for working. Can reduce time for working. That sounds like you have more time for working. It can help us to reduce, I would say, to reduce working time. Because otherwise it sounds like you reduce time so we can work more, right? Which I think is not what you're saying. I would change that, Anarita, to it can help us to reduce working time, to reduce our working time, maybe. Okay, can help us boost productivity? Absolutely, yes. It can help us learn on our own. Yes, Minso, especially with personalized learning. To learn English, of course. Yes, exactly. Can help us in education. Very, very true. Yes. Can help us to memorize? Maybe, Stefano, maybe. Can help us in making things easier. Somebody talked about driving a car, which is true, can help us drive our car. Yes, it's gone. I can't find it now. Can help to generate ideas. Excellent. Lots of very, very good ideas. Yeah. So that's artificial intelligence. We can talk about things being AI driven, AI powered, AI controlled. All these are the same. So it means it's operated by AI. If something is operated by AI, it is AI driven, AI powered, AI controlled. All of those are good ways of saying it. Whoops. Okay. AI-driven tools, for example, AI-driven tools are becoming more and more popular. Very, very true, right? We can talk about the algorithm. So again, notice the stress on the algorithm. And this is a g, not go, but g. Algorithm. Slow down. Algorithm. Algorithm. Speed up. Algorithm. Dum-da-dum. Dum-da-dum. Algorithm. That's it. The algorithm. This is a set of instructions given to an AI system to help it learn from data. Algorithms are used widely in... well, guys, you tell me. What's your answer to this question? Algorithms are used widely in what? Chum, 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 chum.
Yeah.
Good. Can be. Yeah. Good. Yes. Yes. Possibly. Games, yes. Websites, yes. Yes. Yep. Yes, true. Yes. Generative art. I love your accents on the E. Yeah, marketing.
No.
Yes. Informatic. I think you mean IT, right? In IT. In our life. Well, yes. Yeah, APT. Recipes. Interesting, Daniela. Yeah. Absolutely. Excellent. Loads of very, very good ideas, right? I'm just going to put a few. Marketing, social media, Netflix, designing websites, maybe. Yep. All of those sound correct to me. I'm by no means an expert, but I think it's true. Good. Now, another important word here is automate. Again, notice the stress on the or. And it's not a or ow, it's or. As in more, M-O-R-E, it's or. And again, notice the two. It's not tomato, it's t. So it becomes automate. automate. Slow down. If you want to improve your pronunciation, slow down. Automate. Then speed up. Automate. Automate. D. Automate. 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 That's it. That way, you're really controlling your pronunciation. If you go too quickly or too fast, you're not in control. Get control of your pronunciation. It's really important. Automate. Automate. And this is to make a process automatic by having machines do it. For example, AI can help us automate a lot of jobs, such as analyzing big data. Absolutely true, right? Another word, obviously, which is closely connected to automate is automatic. But notice the stress changes. So for the adjective, it becomes automatic. The verb, automate. The adjective, automatic. And again, control it, slow down. Automatic. Automatic. Good. Automatic. We also have the adjective autonomous, which means independent. I'm going to put that on the next page. Put them all together. So it's a different meaning. So autonomous means independent. Again, notice the stress has changed. Ton. Autonomous. Yeah. Slow down. Autonomous. Autonomous. D. Autonomous. Yeah. Autonomous. For example, autonomous vehicles may become more popular in the future. I think they will, for sure, right? I'm absolutely sure they will. Autonomous. So all of these words, very important, connected to this topic of AI, right? Good. We've got automatic system, help risky restricted areas. True. Automatic. Algorithms are widely used in computer science. Yeah. Good. Automate a verb. Yes, exactly. Saima, this is, it's one way to remember, right? Automate. Actually, I would, if it were me, I would put the R because it sounds like an R. Automate. Yeah. It's an interesting way of doing it, and absolutely that can work as well. If whatever helps you remember pronunciation is good. Okay, cool. All of this pronunciation and this automating, I'm going to mention it because I think it might be useful for some of you. One of the courses I have automates grammar and works on pronunciation in this way, exactly this way. And it's basically this one. It's the Fluent Grammar course, the Fluent Grammar for IELTS Speaking. Just to let you know, if you are interested, it's about automating your grammar, but to use it with the right intonation, okay? Using it with the right intonation so you get the right stress, you get the right pronunciation, but working on grammar, right? Not vocabulary. It's on the website. You can go and check it out on the Keith Speaking Academy website if you're interested, okay? Just to let you know. Good. Lots of vocabulary. Let's move on from vocabulary to the next topic. What's the next topic? I think it is idioms. Idioms. And I've got another song about idioms. Here we go.
I want some idioms. I want them now. I want some idioms, but I don't know how to learn them, how to remember them. All I know, and I really think so, is that I want some idioms now. How to learn them, how to remember them. All I know, and I really think so, is that I want
love
some
AI.
idioms now. How to learn them, how to remember them. All I know, and I really think so, is that I want some idioms now. How to learn them.
And it goes on and on and on. Right, it's idioms. It is indeed. It's time for some idioms, like this one over here. But listen, let me switch round. I'm going to show you some idioms, if I can find my right picture. Where are we? We're over here. I'm going to show you a picture, and I'd like you to tell me what you think the idiom is. Connected to AI. Okay, here's the first picture. What do you think the idiom is? Lovely music. Lyrics. Okay, next time I'll give you the lyrics. Cheers, Keith. Nice song. This is Westlife. It's the AI version of Westlife. Great. I love this music. Excellent. Good. It's called the Idiom Song. Great. So let's have a look, guys. What do you think is the idiom? So, as Lucia says, idioms are phrases that convey a different message despite their own literal meaning. That's right. Very good, Lucia. Thank you for that one. So let's see. On cloud 9, lovely idea. Lovely. Felt over the moon, not a bad one, not a bad one. AI pilot, almost. Dina, I think you are almost there. Spaceship, but what's the idiom? Ernesto, very good, very good. I think you are there. Anybody else? Eggy? Yeah, absolutely, yes. It could be over the moon, but actually it's not quite there. Not quite there. I'm over the cloud. Over the moon. On cloud 9 means very happy. You are right there. You are right. Anything else? Something connected with autopilot. Yeah, you're right. So this one, right, this particular one is the following. It's to be on autopilot. Whoa. So to be on autopilot is to have something automatic. Let me actually, I've just realized I don't want to give you the answers. So let me just change something. Okay, I can do it now. I can show you this one. To be on autopilot means to use a system that operates automatically. Autopilot, notice the stress, autopilot. To be on autopilot. The stress should be there. To use a system that operates automatically. I'm going to try and help you with the stress. For example, I use Google Maps, so whenever I travel, my navigation is on autopilot. Okay. Sometimes when I'm driving, right, I'm not thinking, I'm just driving, listening to the music, and then suddenly I've arrived. And I think, how did I do that? I was on autopilot, right? I'm not thinking about it. I can do it on autopilot. Sometimes I can almost teach English on autopilot. I'm not thinking about it. It's just natural. It's automatic. Sometimes. Google Maps, whenever I travel, my navigation is on autopilot, right? Okay, That's the first one. Let's have a look at the next one, which is not this one, but number 2. What do you think? And I'm going to put a bit of background music on.
I want some idioms. I want them now. I want some idioms, but I don't know how to learn them, how to remember them. All I know, I really think so.
What do you think this one is? Look carefully at the name. Oh, nice. Interesting. It's a good expression. Almost. Oh, Dina. Out of the box, like thinking out of the box. Nice idea. You are on form today. You're on a roll. Ernesto as well. Guys, you are fantastic. Anrin as well is talking about Pandora's magic. Think out of the box is a very good expression, but a different one here. Zlatiborka, you're actually getting it. Yeah, you're there. You're there. Luis as well. Absolutely. Yes. Pandora was opened almost. Yeah. You're very, very close. I think some of you have got it spot on. So the expression is, if I just bring me back in, is to open Pandora's box. You can say to open a Pandora's box. Sometimes we have a, sometimes we don't. And it means to create a lot of unexpected problems. It's nothing to do with opening a box, but the idea is that you open a box and all of these spirits come out and problems come out that you did not expect. Unexpected, right? For example, I'm unsure about using AI in healthcare. I think it's opening a Pandora's box and will lead to ethical problems we're not ready for. Okay? So I think it's going to create unexpected problems. And this is very common, I think, in many areas of AI. On the news this morning, I was listening to about the big, not the problem, but the worry politicians have in the UK. We've got the elections coming, and in the US, the elections this year. A big worry about AI creating deep fakes, fake videos that influence the voter, and we get the wrong result or a different result. So people think, yeah, AI, good, but it's opening a Pandora's box because all of these unexpected problems are going to appear. Very, very true, even if we get regulation. So it's a good expression, right? To open a Pandora's box. Good. So it's more negative. Yes, Christine, yes. Yeah, I think it's negative because, Abdullah, you were saying that it's a happy event. Not really. I think Pandora's box is it's more negative where people are worried. So very often we say, don't do that because you'll open a Pandora's box, right? It can lead to a negative consequence. Excellent. Good. Christian, hello. Happy to see you again as well. Hi. Yes. Salman, I like your comment. That's nice. And Finosin says, interestingly, in fact, lots of graduate programs, they teach about using the combination between data and AI to improve the health system. Interesting. Great. Excellent. Thank you for sharing. That's lovely. Okay. We're going to go on to, I'm looking for I've lost it. We're on idioms, right? But where is the next one? Number 3. Here, idiom number 3. Here we go. What's this one? Mohammedin Mohammed, welcome. First time here. Chari Rodriguez, yes, it has a negative connotation. Oh, Omid, brilliant. It rains cats and dogs. Oh, I've just realized I've got to move this. Maybe. Oh, thank you, Dirin. Pablo says the vocabulary is mind-blowing. Great, good. To leg it. Donny, that's amazing. I love that expression. To leg it, to run away. Not quite. Lovely idea, Erfan. Krithiki, good idea. Last straw, maybe. It's all downhill now. Good. That's a good one, actually. Yes. Alex, you're almost there. DW, very, very good. Yeah, Nesto and Slatiborka are on the ball today, as is Hien Let. Yeah, excellent, excellent. You're all very, 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 very close. Okay, whoa, come down. Very, very, very close. So this one is slippery slope. Let me show you. A slippery slope. A slippery slope is a bad situation that will get worse, right? You can imagine you're starting to slide. Whoa, that's bad, but it's going to get worse because you're going down and down and down and down until you explode. So a slippery slope is idiomatic, and it just means a bad situation that will get worse. For example, relying on AI for hiring decisions. Well, let's call it hiring new recruits, so easier. Is a slippery slope that could lead to more people being discriminated against. Okay, so it is a slippery slope. It's a bad situation that will get worse because more people can be discriminated against. Now, I don't know if you know this. I'm sure most of you do, but AI is based on language models. And so some companies use AI to filter candidates who want to join their company. But of course, if AI is trained on a language model that is biased or that discriminates against people, then the results will be discriminating against people. And so there's a big controversy, a big worry that using AI for recruitment will discriminate against people. In fact, AI in any role might discriminate against people, especially minority groups. And that's a slippery slope because you start going down, it gets worse, it gets worse, it gets worse, and the problem will just keep on getting worse. So this expression, a slippery slope, it's a nice one that we can use for this context, right? Okay. Musjaba says, where can I use at some point? At some point means just at some moment in time. At some time, right? You can use it anywhere. It depends on the context. At some point, this lesson will finish. At some moment. Okay. A pilot automatic. I'm just looking for your... Here's a very good example. Thank you, Saima Jahan. Relying on AI for writing a scientific paper is a slippery slope. Also, relying on AI to create IELTS answers is a slippery slope. I think it can be good, but to rely too much is a slippery slope. What's discrimination? Discriminate is to do something in favor or against a group of people. To discriminate against is to do something either in favor of some people or against a group of people. Yeah. Okay. It's my first time joining and my mind just feels like gotten awaken. You've just woken up. Good, good. Here's another one from Salman. Using AI-driven decision. Oh, beautiful English. Using AI-driven decision in laws and judgments might be a slippery slope. Oh, Salman, your English is beautiful and the idea is phenomenal, fantastic. Like it very, very much. Lovely one to share. Okay, excellent. Number 4, idiom number 4. Let's move on. We've had, where are we? Here's number 4. I'm just going to take that off for a moment. Right. Now, I think a lot of you know this one. Looking at the comments earlier on, I think a lot of you know this. Let me know. Let's see your comments, what you think. Eshan, yeah, very good comment. Absolutely. It's a nice idiom. Jump on the bandwagon. Mohammed Shamo Hamedi, lovely comment. Thank you. You're almost there. Almost. Elvira, spot on. Well done, Julia. Nice to see you. Alex, this is a really good one. Hold your horses is another expression. Actually, it's not the same one, but it's a different idiom. Yes. Alberto's got the same here. Nelson, to put the cart before the horse. Yes. Don't put your cart before the horses. Horses or horse? Yeah. Surav, very, very good. Excellent. Excellent. Very, very nice. Good. So let me bring this one back in because you're absolutely right. To put the cart before the horse, which means to do things in the wrong order. For example, I think using AI-driven, nice, right? Using AI-driven teaching assistants before we understand their impact on learning is a mistake. It's putting the cart before the horse. I think using AI-driven teaching assistants is a mistake. Well, before we understand their impact on learning is a mistake. It's putting the cart before the horse, meaning that we should understand their impact on learning first and then use AI-driven teaching assistants. If we use them first and then later discover their impact, it's too late. It's putting the cart before the horse. So very often with AI, there are things that we are doing in the wrong order, right? Letting everybody use AI before having rules and regulation is putting the cart before the horse. We should have the rules first and then everybody using AI. So I'm just going to add here the expression that a few of you said, hold your horses, which is an interesting one, which just means wait. It is also it's an idiom. It's not used as a verb, it's used as an imperative. When you say wait, just hold your horses. So whenever you're in a meeting and somebody has an idea and says, let's do this, and you say, hold your horses. We need to think carefully first. Wait, right? Hold your horses. It's another nice, another nice idiom, subliminal advertising. Excuse me. Hold your horses. Wait. The other one, put the cart before the horse. So that's it. So excellent. We've got all of them there. We've got totally. Bum, 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 bum. We've got to be on autopilot, number 1. To open a Pandora's box, number 2. A slippery slope, number 3. And to put the cart before the horse, number 4. And these are your idioms for today.
I want some idioms. I want them now. I want some idioms.
Okay,
I don't know how.
let's move on.
Learn them, how to remember them. All I know, I
What's after idioms? Excuse me. After idioms, we're going to be looking next a listening activity. It's going to be a listening dictation. Let me just get my notes. So, listening dictation. I've done listening activities in the past, and I've tried to do different kinds of activities. This one really, really will help your listening, your speaking, your vocabulary, everything, right? Pronunciation might also help. Okay, to be all ears, like Leonardo is saying, means to listen. I'm all ears means I'm ready to listen. I'm all ears. I'm ready to listen. So when your boss says, I want to tell you something, you can say, I'm all ears, boss. Excellent, good. Listening dictation. Okay, let's do it.
Open your ears, open your mind. It's time for a listening exercise. Maybe a dictation, but without intimidation. Maybe a listening bingo that can open a new window to discover your new listening skills. So listen with me.
That's it, the listening song. Another AI-generated listening song. Crazy, I know. Okay, let's do it. We're going to be doing a listening here. We're going to be looking at the pros and cons of AI. And just so you know, pros means advantages and cons means disadvantages. So what are the pros and cons of AI? So we do a dictation, dictation normally means I want you to write down everything as I speak. However, here it's a simple version. So in order to help you get a general understanding, I want you to listen to this talk about AI and write down 3 keywords that you hear. Only 3. So listen to everything, and when you finish listening, write down the 3 keywords for you. Okay? Only 3. Don't write down everything. Write down 3. So when the listening finishes, write down 3 keywords in the chat, in the YouTube or the Facebook chat. Okay? That's it. When you're ready to listen, just give me a thumbs up so that I know that you're ready to listen. Okay? Christine, that is the spelling of pros and cons. There is no other spelling. Catchy music, Daniela. Yes, I'll have to share the lyrics with you. Mohammed, you're right. AI, without any doubt, has pros and cons in tandem. It does indeed. We're about to find out. Okay. Oh, Irene, I love how you're practicing. I'm all ears. Okay, I've got your thumbs up. Excellent. We're ready to go. Let's do it. Here is the first listening. Write down the 3 keywords. Let's do it. I reckon there are numerous benefits to AI. I mean, talking about AI in the workplace, I think it can help automate a lot of operations, such as recruiting people, doing research, analysing documents and things like that. I think there's a clear upside for students as well. It can be a great tool to help with their research, so long as they're not over-dependent on that and understand that they have to adapt the results to their context. Now write down the 3 keywords for you in the chat. I realize it was fast, but deliberately. That's more than 3 words. Okay. Nice, RTM, very nicely organized. Don't worry, 1 word is good. Okay. So clearly that there are lots of possibilities, right? I think quite popular. A lot of you have written down, okay, recruiting. A lot of you have written recruiting. Automate. A lot of you have written automate. Student. A lot of you have done student. What else? Workplace. Research was quite common. Benefits, a few of you have written. Okay, so I'm just picking out some of the keywords that you've got, or the most common ones that come up. Context. It's funny how the last word is often the one that you remember. Okay, that's great. That's really, really good. Now, we're going to listen again, but here I want you to listen again and add the word before the 3 keywords that you wrote. Okay, so if you wrote, for example, let me add this up here. If you wrote recruiting, what was the word before recruiting? If you wrote automate, what was the word before automate? What was the word before student? What was the word before research? What was the word before benefits? What was the word before context? So listen again and add the word before the 3 keywords that you wrote, right? So now you're listening for a bit more detail. Okay, let's do it. We're going to listen again. Ready? Thumbs up. I think you're ready. Let's do it. I reckon there are numerous benefits to AI. I mean, talking about AI in the workplace, I think it can help automate a lot of operations, such as recruiting people, doing research, analysing documents and things like that. I think there's a clear upside for students as well. It can be a great tool to help with their research, so long as they're not over-dependent on that and understand that they have to adapt the results to their context. Okay. Now, we're going to listen again. And you can add the word or phrase before the 3 keywords or after the 3 keywords. So it may also be that you add the word after. We're trying to identify collocations, right? Yeah, so excellent. Some of you are getting, for example, Moji has said here, numerous benefits. Do research, adapt context to help with their research. So you may need a phrase, not just a sentence, but a whole phrase. Help, result to, yeah. Ready, okay. New, great, adapt, yeah. So it's the word or phrase before or after. Let me play one more time. Here we go. I reckon there are numerous benefits to AI. I mean, talking about AI in the workplace, I think it can help automate a lot of operations, such as recruiting people, doing research, analysing documents and things like that. I think there's a clear upside for students as well. It can be a great tool to help with their research, so long as they're not over-dependent on that and understand that they have to adapt the results to their context. So I think we heard people, recruiting people. I think it can help. I think we heard it can help with research. You've already mentioned numerous benefits. A few of you have already mentioned that. Yeah, adapt to their context. Yes, adapt to their context. Any others? Recruiting people. Excellent. Good. Adapt their result to the context. Their result to the context. Nice. Automated research. I'll put that in. Such as recruiting. Gabriella, very good. Yes. Yeah. I think you're right. Such as. What else have we got? Talking about the workplace. To help with their research. To help with their research. So automate research. It can help with their research. Yes, with their research. Nice, good. Anything else with student? What do we have with student? Offside student, upside student as well. Okay, let's put upside student. I'm not sure about that, but we'll put that for the moment. Any others? Nadia says, I think automate. Yeah. There's something about I think, absolutely. Okay, excellent. Lots of good ideas. I'm going to play it one more time and let's check. I reckon there are numerous benefits to AI. I mean, talking about AI in the workplace, I think it can help automate a lot of operations, such as recruiting people, doing research, analysing documents and things like that. I think there's a clear upside for students as well. It can be a great tool to help with their research, so long as they're not over-dependent on that and understand that they have to adapt the results to their context. We're pretty good. We're very, very good. Yes, I think upside for students, right? This bit, I think, needs changing. This is not quite right. It talks about doing research. So I think I've made a mistake here, not automating research. Help automate. Rach says help automate. It will help automate. Anything else on automate? Adapt the research. Help automate we've got as well. So maybe that was it. Okay. Excellent. So what we've done here, basically, we've been listening for a keyword to help us focus and then try to extend the phrase as we listen more, building our general understanding, an overall understanding. Okay, I'm going to move forward and do one last activity. And here I want to help with understanding specific words and collocations. Now, you've already got some collocations, but let's listen one more time and try and fill in the gaps here. Okay, we're going to listen to the full talk. So just then we heard the first part of the talk. We're going to listen now to the full talk, which is a bit longer, but it's a bit slower. And let's fill in the gaps. There are blank benefits, such as blank people. There is a blank upside to blank learning, the downside of privacy blank. Okay, so you can just put the number in the chat and then put the word there. Okay, let's do it. Let's have a listen to the full talk. I reckon there are numerous benefits to AI. I mean, talking about AI in the workplace, I think it can help automate a lot of operations, such as recruiting people, doing research, analysing documents, and things like that. I think there's also a clear upside for students as well. It can be a great tool to help with their research, so long as they're not over-dependent on that and understand that they have to adapt the results to their context. As well as that, I think AI is becoming more and more powerful in education to personalise learning. So, for example, if you want to learn a language, there are apps now that use AI to adapt your learning to your level, to your mother tongue, and to your context. The big downside, as I mentioned, is over-dependence on AI, which is a slippery slope to us becoming very lazy and not making an effort to think and be creative. And of course, there's the downside of privacy concerns, where AI-driven software may be using our personal data without consent. Okay, let's have a look at your answers. Let's see what you've got over here. Let's have a quick look. Oh, Alex, you're so well organised. Artyom as well. And Donny. You're part of the organised gang. Almost there, Muhammad, almost. Nice. Okay, excellent. You're there. I mean, you're getting just about all of them. Just to show you the actual answers here, there are numerous benefits, such as recruiting people, a clear upside, personalized learning, privacy concerns, and there are your collocations, right? Okay, great. Now, we're going to listen a final time, but I'm going to show you the full text, okay? So as you listen, you can read as well and put everything together. Let's do that. I'll put it all through and we'll listen the full script at the same time. So you can read and listen at the same time. Let's do it. I reckon there are numerous benefits to AI. I mean, talking about AI in the workplace, I think it can help automate a lot of operations, such as recruiting people, doing research, analysing documents, and things like that. I think there's also a clear upside for students as well. It can be a great tool to help with their research, so long as they're not over-dependent on that and understand that they have to adapt the results to their context. As well as that, I think AI is becoming more and more powerful in education to personalise learning. So, for example, if you want to learn a language, there are apps now that use AI to adapt your learning to your level, to your mother tongue, and to your context. The big downside, as I mentioned, is over-dependence on AI, which is a slippery slope to us becoming very lazy and not making an effort to think and be creative. And of course, there's the downside of privacy concerns, where AI-driven software may be using our personal data without consent. Indeed. Okay. So there you have it. That's the whole thing. Now, I was going to mention something. something which I think is important, right, with listening. You'll notice when we do listening, how many times did we listen? 5, 6, maybe 7. We listened a lot of times, okay? There's a big difference between listening in the IELTS test and listening in practice. When you listen in the IELTS test, you listen one time, usually. Let's say one time, because they are testing your listening. When you're practicing, you should listen 6 or 7 times, because the goal is not to test. The goal is to develop your listening skill. So why do I do all these exercises, right? Why do I do all of this around picking 3 keywords, adding words before and after? Is we're developing your listening skill. You're listening again and adding, listening again and adding. So you're understanding more each time. And then we're doing another check of collocations. And then we're doing the final check of listening and reading. So there's lots of listening. So you're developing the skill. You're not testing, you're developing. The IELTS test is for testing. So it's really important in your practice that you listen 6 or 7 or 8 times. Okay? If you're a teacher out there, please don't let your students listen once or twice. Let your students listen many times so they can develop the listening skill. Bum, that's the message for today. That's listening. How cool is that? Well, it's okay.
Open your ears, open your mind. It's time for a listening exercise. Maybe a dictation.
It's not time for listening. We've done listening. What's next? Well, let's find out what's next. I've forgotten what's next, but I'm going to check here. After listening dictation, we have some jokes. Nice. Here is joke number 1. I call these dad jokes because they're so bad. Why did the AI go on a diet? What do you think, guys? Give me a comment below. Why did the AI go on a diet? Oh, LM, online free classes each week. No, once a month. I'm afraid only once a month. Why did the AI go on a diet? Da, 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 da. Any thoughts? This is a difficult one, actually, a difficult one. Because it wants to lose weight? Yes, but no. Someone asked for diet? Oh, nope. Oh, Elvira, I think you're almost there. Oh, because they get a lot of feedback. That is superb. That's not the answer, but it's a very good answer. Because it has diet recipes. Asise, you're almost there. Pablo, because AI wants to remove useful information? Oh, useless information. Maybe. Because the energy levels were increasing. Oh, I see. Because it's heavily coded. It gets too much feedback. That's a really good answer. I like that. Yes. To control his body weight. Because he doesn't need food. Well, that is true. That is true. But, okay, the answer is, Fejana, nice to see you back, by the way. So I think a couple of you had this. Because it had too many bytes. Okay? Bytes is the not the coding, it's the size, like megabytes, gigabytes, right? Size of memory. I don't know if it's memory, I'm not an expert. But you also have bytes, as in eating food. Same pronunciation, right? Bytes, which is to do with computers and AI, and bytes, which is eating too much food. That's the answer. Okay. Bytes and bytes, exactly. Because it's eating big data. That's also a very good answer, actually. Very, very good. I like it. Dad joke. Seriously? Dad joke. That's the joke. Love it. Excellent. Good. Joke number 2 coming up. Why is AI actually similar to nature? Why is AI actually similar to nature? Tell me what you think. Dun, 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 dun. Let's have a look. Any ideas? Too much letters. Too many letters. Oh, that's the old one. Such a cute picture. So AI generated. Again, I used AI to generate the pictures. Fatima, I caught up for your class. It's the first time. Welcome. Great. Don't need to destroy the earth. Maybe. They are both unpredictable. Very good answer. What else? Because it's everywhere, like nature. Okay. Because it behaves like human, but in a robotic way. Maybe. Because it creates. Interesting. Interesting. AI needs oxygen. Maybe. Because it has creativity. Similar idea. Excellent. Because it made similar like human. Possibly. What else? Is a much of a muchness to nature because it can provide a whole slew of information. True. Because it is butterfly. Oh, butterfly AI. Nice. Nice. Yes. It's necessary to become more attractive to humans. Roberto could be. He feels like a human. Maybe. Okay. You're almost there. I'm going to share the answer with you. And, oh, Elvira. Ha, 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 ha. It has too many bugs. So, why is it similar to nature? Because it has so many bugs, right? Bug meaning a problem in a computer, but a bug is also like an insect, like the butterfly. But it can also be an insect, a fly, etc. It has too many bugs. So bug with the 2 different meanings, meaning a computer problem or a coding problem, a technical problem. But a bug is also an insect or a fly, a butterfly, and so on. So AI is similar to nature. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Thank you, Doreen, for your laughter. Indeed. Great. Those were the dad jokes. Excellent. Terrible jokes, I know. But dad jokes all the same. What's next on our agenda after jokes? I think we've got one more thing coming, right? 1 or 2 things coming. We have AI and ethics. So a short discussion on AI and ethics. This is quite short, but it's going to be interesting. Ethics meaning what is good? No. What is right and what is wrong? Is it right? Is it wrong? I mean, not correct, but morally right, morally wrong. So here's what we're going to do, okay? We're going to have a look at a talk. And I want you to watch the talk. It's a short video. and tell me, what are the three main concerns about AI? A concern is a worry, right? Worry or worries. What are the three main concerns about AI according to this talk? Okay, so you have to watch the talk. If you're ready, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hang on a moment. I'm going to bring you in. Okay, are you ready? We're going to watch the talk. There's the question. What are the three main concerns? You can write the answer in the chat. Let's do it.
I think when it comes to ethics in AI, there are probably three things we need to bear in mind. The first is what they call bias in AI. And this is where AI discriminates against certain people, maybe minority groups, because the data it's based on is also discriminating against them. So, for example, when companies are recruiting people, if they use AI to filter out people, that can discriminate against certain groups. The second thing, I think the second issue is privacy concerns. When we're using AI, it's gathering lots of data. It's tracking almost everything you do. It's quite scary, actually. But what happens to that data? How is it used? Who owns the data? And I think these are important questions that we shouldn't just leave it to the big AI companies to decide, but we have to make some rules and regulations on this. Last but not least, I think, is the issue of job loss. As we're using AI more and more, of course, it's great because it's automating many jobs, many activities, makes us more productive, it's cheaper. But also, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. And I think we just need to think about that and take measures to help them find a new job. How do we help them retrain and get employment in the future? So for me, yeah, those are the three main ethical considerations of AI.
Right. So what were the three main ethical considerations? Let's have a look. Mingin, very good, very, very good. Yes. Sumiat, very nice. Daniela, nice. Arlene, very nice as well, good. Kave Padram. Excellent, good, excellent. You're there. You're all there, right? So the three things that he talked about were bias in AI, privacy concerns, and job loss. Okay. So just to explain some of those words, bias, it's pronounced bias. Remember what we said about pronunciation? Slow down. Bias. There's a y. Bias. Slow down. Master your pronunciation. Bias is the same as discrimination. Discrimination, like the nation. Discrimination. It's the act of being unfair by supporting or opposing someone or some groups of people. So you're being unfair. You're either helping a group too much or you're not helping a group. You're opposing a group. This is discrimination. Some of the most common kinds of discrimination or bias, more or less the same meaning, we call them the isms in English. Racism, ageism, sexism. Okay, difficult words to pronounce. Racism. Remember, slow down. Racism. It's a s and a z. Racism. Good. Ageism. Ageism. Sexism. Sexism. Exactly. These are discriminations or biases, kinds of discrimination. Racism is when you discriminate against somebody because of their race. Ageism, discriminating against somebody because of their age, either too old or too young. Or discrimination can be positive, that you're discriminating in favor of somebody who is too young or too old. We call that reverse discrimination. I say positive, it's not always positive, but the idea that you favor or oppose a group of people. Okay. So bias in AI, again, it talked about filtering recruits for a company, right? The other word that came up was privacy. Privacy. Not priva, but privacy. Privacy concerns, so being concerned about the privacy or the privacy of your data. Private is the adjective, so it's the opposite of open. It's private, it's closed, and you know your data should be for you private, not open for everybody. So that privacy is a problem or a concern. That was number 2. And job loss, which is basically losing your job, right? Losing your job, unemployment. Excuse me. Which was the other big problem we noticed. Okay. Excellent. Good. So those were the 3 main things. Yeah, there are other isms. I can see you've got some there. So finally, let's watch again and note any useful collocations. Okay. So you've picked up 3 basic collocations. One of them was privacy concerns. That's a collocation. Job loss is another collocation. Listen again. Remember, we're developing your skills, not testing. We're developing your skills. Let's listen again and notice any useful collocations. Okay. And I'm going to add some subtitles just to make it a little bit easier for you all as well. Okay. So collocations in the chat. Let's watch it one more time. Here we go.
I think when it comes to ethics in AI, there are probably 3 things we need to bear in mind. The first is what they call bias in AI. And this is where AI discriminates against certain people, may be minority groups, because the data it's based on is also discriminating against them. So, for example, when companies are recruiting people, if they use AI to filter out people, that can discriminate against certain groups. The second thing, I think the second issue is privacy concerns. When we're using AI, you know, it's gathering lots of data. It's tracking almost everything you do. It's quite scary, actually. But what happens to that data? How is it used? Who owns the data? And I think these are important questions that we shouldn't just leave it to the big AI companies to decide, but we have to make some rules and regulations on this. Last but not least, I think, is the issue of job loss. As we're using AI more and more, of course, it's great because it's automating many jobs, many activities, makes us more productive, it's cheaper, but also a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. And I think we just need to think about that and take measures to help them find a new job. How do we help them retrain and get employment in the future? So for me, yeah, those are the 3 main ethical considerations of AI.
Right. Let's see what you've got. Other interesting collocations. Let's have a look at some of them that you've got. Nice. Nice to see you, Mojde. Minority group. Lovely. Recruiting people. Yeah. Track everything. Nice. Good. Yep. Shadow Mars. Interesting. Good. Take measures. Last but not least. Good, Daniela. Tiomsi. Nice. Ruthika, nice to see you again. Certain groups. Good. Good. Minority group. Very nice. Leave it to. That's nice. Yes. Take measures. Take measures in the plural, as Angela says. Retrain. Good. Retrain people. Retrain them. Excellent. Nice. Very, very good. Okay, I'll wrap up there. There are lots more good ones there. I will just share with you the ones that I picked out as I went through. So 3 things to bear in mind, right? To bear in mind, basically meaning to consider or think about. Three things to bear in mind or to keep, to take account of, let's say, is better. Take into account, I think is even better. So the first is bias in AI. Bias in AI. Minority groups, which you mentioned, which are groups of people in the minority. So maybe examples is easier. Minority group would be, I don't know, for example, in the UK, in England. I'm trying to think of other examples. It depends on the country, but they may be, for example, in England, black people are a minority group. Children under the age of 5 are a minority group. There's not many. Women in jobs, possibly a minority group. There are more men in jobs. In, let's say, Chinese people living in Manchester, they're a minority group. They're not the majority. Okay. Other ones, recruiting people to filter out, I should have added. To filter out is to pick out. To or exclude, I guess. When it comes to recruiting, you're actually excluding people. Privacy concerns, we talked about. Gathering lots of data. So gathering data, tracking data is also good. To own the data is another good expression. Somebody pointed out, to own the data. Leave it to somebody, which means just let them do it. We shouldn't leave it to the big AI. I like that. I forgot about that. It's good. Make rules and regulations. Last but not least, that's it. Those are the key ones that I think I would pick out. Right, excellent, good. So there we have it. That is our ethical discussion for AI. I forgot. There's a couple more. Take measures. Ethical considerations. There you go. That's it. Excuse me. I'm rushing because I've just noticed the time, how it's a little bit late. Okay, what's next on our agenda? after AI and ethics, I think we've got one last activity, and this is the last activity.
A quote! We want Kahoot, it's such a hoot. Come on, Keith. We really want to root for a game of Kahoot. Let's do it!
A bit of Irish music. It's Hawaii by Can Read Your Name and Do One Better. It's time for Kahoot. So this is a game, and Burns is there. She's shared the address. You go to kahoot.it, and the way to do it is we're going to ask you, or I am going to ask you 4 questions. You have 30 seconds to answer as fast as you can. Give me the answer, and we'll check if you've followed today's lesson and understood. So I'm going to set this up. I think most of you know this game because we've played it so many times. I'm going to do it in the classic mode. Basically, go to kahoot.it, and there is the pin, right? You have to enter this pin. So you enter your name, and you enter 6681086. So basically, you just stay with me here, but on a different tab, or on your mobile phone. You can get the Kahoot app, or you go to kahoot.it, put in your name, put in the PIN, 6681086, and we'll get ready to play. Pandora's box is in. Nice. Okay, you're all getting in there. Alberto's in. I'll just give you a few seconds for you all to get in. So basically, you if you watch me here, you'll see the question. There are 4 possible answers, A, B, C, D. Actually, 4 different colors. You press the color of your answer, and that's it. Let's find out who can be the fastest. A few more seconds to get in. We've got 71 at the moment. Okay, I think you're all in. No, you're almost in. Let's do it. Let's start. Don't worry if you can't get in. You can put your answer in the chat as well. Here we go. Question number 1. AI. Many companies blank their processes, which makes things more efficient. Automatic, automate, autonomous, automation. Many companies blank their processes, which makes things more efficient. Is it automatic, automate, autonomous, automation? Oh, you've got to be faster with your responses. 31 got automate, which is the correct answer. Absolutely. Automatic is the adjective. It's automatic. But the verb is to automate. Autonomous just means independent as an adjective, and automation is the noun. So, well done, those of you that got it. Robot, quite fittingly, is at the top. A CC second, Raid third. Excellent. Question number 2. I wouldn't do that. It will open a Pandora's blank. Hat, door, box, window. I wouldn't do that. It will open a Pandora's hat, door, box, or window. Irene has a bad network connection. Oh dear. Zana, well done. Nadia, well done. And the majority got the right answer. It's a Pandora's box. That's the expression. It will open a Pandora's box, which is, of course, to create a situation with unexpected results, normally negative, right? Pandora's box. Great idiom. Robot is still at the top. Omid has moved up into second, and Raid is still in third. AI with bugs is up 15 places. Question number 3. I'm worried about the blank of my data with this new app. Will they share it with third parties? Privacy, bias, private, discrimination. I'm worried about the blank of my data with this new app. Will they share it with third parties? Privacy, bias, private, or discrimination? This is a tricky one. Yeah, exactly. I'm worried about the privacy of my data. Privacy being the noun, okay? Private is the adjective. Bias and discrimination don't fit in this context because the worry is they will share it with third parties. Okay, so in this context, privacy, or as the Americans say, privacy, both are okay. Privacy is the right answer. Let's see the leaderboard. Well, things haven't changed, really. Robot, Omid and Raid are still at the top. Assisi, you've climbed 24 places. You dropped from second, but now you're back up somewhere. We're moving on to the last question. There are a lot of important blank considerations with AI. Ethic, ethnic, ethical, ethnicity. There are a lot of important blank considerations with AI. Ethic, ethnic, ethical, ethnicity. Tricky. Right, this was quite difficult. It is ethical, right? Ethic or ethics is the noun, but you need the adjective. Ethical considerations. There are important ethical considerations. Okay. Well done, all of you there. Let's move on. Oh, the podium. Let's find out who has won. Oh, Robot, you came down to third. Oh dear. Raid moved up to second, which means Omid hit the top. Well done. Very nice. Congratulations, all three of you, for doing so well. Congratulations to everybody, well, for participating. It's all about participating, not winning, right? Yes, that's what they say, Keith. Yes, hopefully. Excellent. Well done. So we're there. We're good. Where are we? We're here. So we've come to the end of today's lesson. I hope it's been a good one for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Just to recap what we've been up to today, we've been looking at artificial intelligence in our everyday lives, such as making these kind of pictures and songs. We looked at the vocabulary, in particular, automate, automatic, algorithms, the pronunciation as well, focusing on getting the correct pronunciation. We moved on and looked at some idioms, putting the cart before the horse, the Pandora's box, and things like that. We've also done a listening dictation where we've developed our listening skills, listening to words, collocations, and the whole gist of the listening. Remember, do listen 5, 6, 7 times. Really practice listening. I don't think we listen enough as students. Jokes, whether you like them or not, some silly dad jokes today. And AI and ethics, we had that talk about the ethical considerations, bias in AI, talked about privacy concerns, job loss, all of those. And we've been looking at more collocations. And we finished up, of course, with Kahoot at the very, very end. And that brings us to the end of the lesson. I hope you've enjoyed it. You know, this lesson, live lesson, we do, or I do. I've got something here. I'm trying to bring it up. Here it is. So the live lessons are once a month on the first Thursday of each month at 10 a.m. Spain time. You can follow a live lesson. If you want more live lessons, then you can consider the gold course. On my website, there's a gold course, IELTS Speaking Success Gold. We have live lessons also next week and the week after. So there are 2 extra live lessons if you join the gold course, as well as these breakout rooms where you can practice speaking to other people, other students around the world. The breakout rooms in the gold course, every day there are sessions. You can speak to 2 or 3 other students who are on the course as well. It's really, really interesting. I think it's something you would like and enjoy. Do remember to visit the website if you haven't already. It's the Keith Speaking Academy. You can go there and find out information about the courses. You can download this free ebook to help you with IELTS speaking. If you want the free live lessons, you can get the PDF and watch the lesson here. I will be updating this later today. If you're interested in courses, you can check out the Gold course. There's the Idioms course, the Fluent Grammar course, and that's the one. If you've enjoyed today the pronunciation and the stress and the intonation, that course is a good one for you. Fluent Grammar for IELTS Speaking. Just to let you know, that is all there if you are interested in stepping up or leveling up your speaking skills with me. Great. Thank you again. Thank you so much, all of you, for all of your wishes. I do appreciate it. Thank you for joining me today. It's been great fun. And I think we should leave with another AI song, right? Let's do another one. And I will see you next month. Although most Saturdays there's a YouTube video. And if you're in the Gold course, next Thursday we will have our live lesson. Excellent. Thank you for joining me. Let me find another song to say goodbye.
Thanks for popping and making all your contributions. It really is time to fly. Hope together we have found all of your.
Oh, that's nice, Anna Rita. Just saw your comment.
From me, Keith, it's been fun, but I must run.
You're welcome.
It's time to say goodbye.
Great, Kristin.
I know one day soon, with the help of this too, you will become a confident English speaker.
See you, Bella.
I know one day soon, with the help of this too, you will become a confident English speaker.
Oh, come back.
It's time to say goodbye.
Ah, Anaga, very pleased to hear that. Thank you. My pleasure, Uwe. And Raid, it's good to see you here as well. Rach, not today, only after the Gold live lessons. We do the Zoom. I'd love to be a DJ.
You will become
See you next Thursday, Fajana, in the course. That makes me happy.
I know one day soon, with the help of this tune,
Hi, Eva.
you will become a confident English speaker.
Oh, thanks, Malika.
It's time to say goodbye. Thanks for popping and making all your contributions.
See you next week in the Gold Course, UA.
It really is
Thanks,
time to
Mojde.
fly.
Thank you so much.
Hope together we have found all of your solutions. From me, Keith, it's been fun.
Beatrice, welcome. You're a bit late. We're finishing, but you can watch the recording.
Say goodbye. I know one day soon,
See you
with
soon.
the help of this tune, you will become a confident English speaker.
See you guys. Take care, everybody. See you next time. All the best.